Jin of BTS has once again captured the hearts of fans worldwide as excitement intensifies ahead of the group's upcoming world tour. With the official pre-sale for tour tickets set to begin on January 22nd, Jin personally stepped forward to encourage ARMY to prepare themselves, turning a simple ticket reminder into an emotional moment of connection between artist and fans. In a heartfelt message shared through official fan communication platforms, Jin spoke directly to ARMY with warmth, humor, and sincerity. Rather than leaving ticket logistics solely to management announcements, he chose to personally remind fans to get ready for the pre-sale, checking memberships, accounts, and schedules in advance. His words reflected genuine concern, as if he were guiding friends rather than addressing millions of supporters around the world. The message quickly spread across social media, sparking widespread discussion and excitement. Fans praised Jin for his thoughtfulness, noting how rare it is for an artist of his global stature to focus on such practical details for fans. Many ARMYs shared that Jin's encouragement made the upcoming pre-sale feel less stressful and more meaningful, reframing it as the first shared step toward reunion rather than a competitive race for tickets. This pre-sale carries special significance as it represents the gateway to BTS's long-awaited return to large-scale global touring. After years marked by individual projects, limited appearances, and long separations from in-person audiences, the upcoming tour is seen as a celebration of endurance, both for the group and for ARMY. Jin's reminder was widely interpreted as symbolic, signaling that the journey toward the stage begins not with the concert itself, but with preparation, anticipation, and unity. Industry observers predict that the January 22nd pre-sale could see unprecedented demand, with ticket platforms experiencing massive traffic within minutes. BTS tours have historically broken records worldwide, and expectations for this upcoming run are no different. Jin's proactive message seemed to acknowledge this reality, gently encouraging fans to be ready while also reassuring them that the experience waiting on the other side will be worth the effort. Beyond logistics, Jin's words carried emotional weight. He framed the tour as a shared moment, something built together by BTS and ARMY. Fans interpreted his tone as a promise that the concerts would not simply be performances, but heartfelt reunions filled with gratitude, memories, and mutual support. For many, this message reinforced why their bond with BTS feels uniquely personal despite the group's global scale. As January 22nd approaches, countdown posts, preparation guides, and emotional messages from fans continue to dominate online spaces. The pre-sale date has become a symbol of a new chapter, one that begins with Jin's gentle nudge and leads toward packed arenas, purple oceans of light sticks, and voices singing in unison once again. With Jin leading the moment in his own sincere way, the pre-sale is no longer just about securing tickets. It marks the first tangible step toward a world tour that promises to be one of the most meaningful in BTS's history, reminding fans everywhere that the reunion they've been waiting for is finally within reach. As anticipation continues to build, Jin's message has also sparked conversations about how deeply involved BTS members are in shaping the fan experience. Rather than maintaining distance as global superstars, Jin's approach once again reflects the group's long-standing philosophy of mutual respect and shared growth with ARMY. His reminder about the pre-sale felt less like an announcement and more like a gentle check-in, one that reassured fans that they are seen and valued at every stage of this journey. Many fans noted that Jin's timing was especially meaningful. With the pre-sale date clearly marked on the calendar, his words helped transform nervous anticipation into focused excitement. Online communities quickly organized themselves, sharing tips, reminders, and encouragement, turning the countdown to January 22nd into a collective effort rather than an individual struggle. In this way, Jin's message didn't just prepare fans for ticket sales, it reignited the spirit of togetherness that has long defined the BTS-ARMY relationship. The broader cultural impact of the upcoming tour is also becoming more apparent. Industry analysts point out that BTS's return to full-scale touring is expected to influence global concert trends, from ticketing systems to fan engagement strategies. Jin's direct communication with fans is already being highlighted as an example of how artists can humanize large-scale events, even when demand is overwhelming and competition for tickets is intense. Emotionally, the presale represents more than access to a concert. For many fans, it marks the end of a long waiting period and the beginning of a new shared chapter. Jin's reminder subtly acknowledged that journey, recognizing the patience, loyalty, and emotional investment fans have carried with them. His words suggested that the upcoming tour is not simply about moving forward, but about honoring everything that came before it. As conversations continue to unfold online, fans have begun reflecting on what this reunion will mean on a personal level. Some speak about seeing BTS live for the first time, while others recall past tours and the memories tied to specific songs and moments. Jin's message has become part of that emotional buildup, a small but powerful detail that fans say they will remember long after the ticket queues have closed. With January 22nd drawing closer, excitement shows no signs of slowing down. Jin's encouragement has effectively set the emotional tone for the presale, framing it as a shared milestone rather than a solitary challenge. As BTS steps back onto the world stage, this moment serves as a reminder that every tour begins long before the lights go up, with trust, communication, and a promise to meet again. As the pre-sale date approaches, the atmosphere among fans continues to shift from anticipation to emotional readiness. Jin's message has lingered in fan discussions not only as practical advice, but as reassurance that this long-awaited tour has been carefully prepared with fans in mind. For many, it feels like the final confirmation that the reunion they have imagined for years is now becoming reality. The response from ARMY has been overwhelmingly heartfelt. Across different regions, fans are sharing stories about where they were when they first saw BTS live, or their hopes of seeing them for the first time during this upcoming tour. Jin's encouragement has inspired reflections on personal growth, life changes, and how BTS's music has remained a constant presence through it all. In this way, the pre-sale moment has become deeply personal, tied to memories and milestones far beyond the concert itself. Observers also note that Jin's involvement highlights BTS's unique position in the global music industry. While large-scale tours often rely on corporate announcements and marketing strategies, Jin's direct communication adds a layer of emotional authenticity that cannot be manufactured. His message reinforces the idea that BTS's strength lies not only in their performances, but in their ability to maintain genuine connections even as their global influence continues to expand. Behind the scenes, expectations for the tour are rising rapidly. Ticketing platforms are preparing for unprecedented traffic, and cities rumored to be included in the tour are already seeing increased interest from fans planning travel and accommodations. The pre-sale on January 22nd is now widely viewed as the first major indicator of the tour's historic scale, with many predicting near-instant sellouts in multiple regions. Yet, amid all the excitement, Jin's tone has kept the focus grounded. Rather than emphasizing competition or urgency, his words centered on preparation, patience, and shared joy. Fans have echoed this sentiment, reminding one another to stay calm and supportive during the pre-sale process. This collective mindset reflects the culture BTS and ARMY have built together over the years, one rooted in empathy, resilience, and mutual care. As the countdown continues, the emotional weight of this moment becomes increasingly clear. The pre-sale is no longer seen as a technical step in event planning, but as the symbolic doorway to nights filled with music, light, and shared emotion. Jin's reminder has become part of that symbolism, representing the moment when anticipation turned into action. Looking ahead, the upcoming tour promises to be more than a return to the stage. It signals a renewal of the bond between BTS and ARMY. With Jin's voice guiding the first step of this journey, fans around the world are stepping forward together, ready to claim their place in a chapter that has been years in the making. As excitement intensifies day by day, conversations are also turning toward what this world tour will represent artistically. Fans are speculating about potential set lists, live band arrangements, and how BTS might reinterpret their discography after years of growth and change. While no official details have been confirmed, the emotional framing of Jin's message has led many to believe that the concerts will place strong emphasis on storytelling, reflecting both personal journeys and the collective history shared with ARMY. Cultural commentators have pointed out that moments like this pre-sale buildup reveal why BTS remains a defining force in global pop culture. Rather than allowing hype to exist solely through marketing, the group, through Jin's voice, has centered the narrative on emotional readiness and shared anticipation. This approach has transformed what is typically a stressful ticket-buying experience into a meaningful ritual, one that fans describe as the first heartbeat of the tour. International fan communities are now organizing watch parties, reminder schedules, and emotional support threads for the pre-sale day itself. For many ARMYs, January 22nd has taken on symbolic weight, representing perseverance through years of waiting and uncertainty. Jin's reminder is often quoted in these spaces as a source of comfort, a reminder that the artists themselves understand the emotions tied to this moment. There is also a growing sense that this tour will mark a generational milestone. Younger fans preparing for their first BTS concert are sharing space online with longtime supporters who have followed the group since their early years. Jin's message has bridged these generations, uniting fans with different histories under the same sense of anticipation and hope. It reinforces the idea that the upcoming tour is not only about returning to the stage, but about welcoming everyone, new and old, into the same shared experience. As preparations continue, the pre-sale stands as the final threshold before anticipation turns into reality. Jin's simple encouragement to get ready has evolved into a defining moment of this era, symbolizing trust, connection, and the promise of reunion. It has reminded fans that while tickets may be limited, the meaning of the tour extends far beyond seats and venues. In the end, this moment reflects the essence of BTS's relationship with their fans: communication rooted in sincerity, excitement grounded in gratitude, and a shared belief that the best moments are still ahead. With hearts aligned and calendars marked, fans around the world now stand ready, waiting for January 22nd to open the door to a world tour that already feels unforgettable.